Hey, it's Erin. Let's talk about banishing belly fat. If you've been training for a while, you understand the term spot reduction or the reduction of fat from a specific area. Now, spot reduction, as we know it, does not exist. It's not a thing. That being said, if you're currently holding fat in the abdominal area, there are 5 tools and tips that you can implement starting today that will help you effectively reduce that. 2 of these will be training techniques, and 3 of these will be lifestyle techniques. With the training and the lifestyle combined, you will see awesome results over time. So let's start with the training tips. The first tip is do your ab work. Now, understand that doing crunches and crunches is not going to reduce the amount of belly fat that you have, but what it's going to do is it's going to tighten everything underneath. So exercises like your weighted crunches and your planks and your vacuums are going to be key here. Now, especially the planks. The planks will exercise the six-pack area, which is the abs that we see, and it will also tighten the TVA or transverse abdominis. Now, this is the internal girdle of your abs. So if you want to whittle your middle or actually tighten up your midsection, then your planks and your vacuums are going to be the way to go. So add weight whenever necessary because you want to build this up a little bit here and tighten the overall appearance. The next training tip is do your HIIT or high intensity interval training. HIIT can be done once or twice a week. Now, this is any exercise that you can go all out on. It's typically a sprint, and when you think about sprints, think about going to the track, but it doesn't always mean that. So exercises like the rower, the elliptical, stair climber, sled pushes, jump rope, burpees, or other body weight exercises can be awesome for doing HIIT. Now, HIIT is typically 4 to 8 sprints over, we'll say like a 15 or 20 minute time frame. So you don't require a lot of time to do it, and the duration of each sprint should be between 7 and 30 seconds. So you're gonna go all out, then you're going to rest for 2 to 4 minutes, just enough to allow that heart rate to come back down again. That's one of the key characteristics of HIIT is going all out, allowing for full recovery, and then going all out again. Now, the benefits of this, you have increased muscle growth, increased metabolism, and increased fat loss for up to 48 hours after you do the HIIT. So this is one of those things, it's not like traditional low intensity cardio where the calorie burn stops as soon as you get off that treadmill. You are a fat burning machine. It's really important to incorporate HIIT once or twice a week. Do it as a standalone exercise, or you can do it after a muscle group that's not terribly taxing. So for example, if you have an arm day or some kind of maintenance day in the gym, feel free to do HIIT right after that. So here you're performing between 4 and 8 sprints. And keep in mind, a sprint is anything you're able to go all out on. Today I'm doing the Concept 2 rower and I'm doing 5 sets of 250 meters. Now, the goal is, of course, all out or max effort. So at the end, you want to be sure you have your heart rate at 90% of your max, which is 220 minus your age. So any piece of equipment you're able to go all out on works, and even body weight or resistance band sprints is an awesome way to get that heart rate up. It's key to get full recovery in between each sprint. Now, the reason for this is because you're giving it max effort, you want to make sure you're fully recovered and able to give max effort. Sprints are a cumulative thing, so your recovery between the first and second one might be only 2 or 3 minutes, but as you get towards the end, you're looking at maybe 4 minutes, 5 minutes. So it does get harder to recover, and that's also a good indicator that you're doing it right. So be sure to check your heart rate, make sure you're at that 90% of max, and check your heart rate periodically throughout the recovery to make sure you're ready to start sprinting again. So again, 4 to 8 of these, full recovery in between, max effort for each sprint, you'll get ripped. Let's start with the lifestyle tips. Reduce your overall stress. Now, stress comes in many forms. We're talking about work stress, personal stress, even exercise stress. Now, a lot of times we're not really able to control certain factors, so it's important that we really adjust the way we look at things, right? So think about meditation, think about changing your perspective on the things that you can't change, and don't ruminate, don't overthink things, because that creates stress within the body. Also keep in mind that the subconscious mind does not know the difference between events that happen and events that go through our heads. So if you're able to keep a calm mind, then you're not going to stress as much. So if you're worried about what might happen, your body is going through the same feelings and the same reactions as if it were really happening. Make effort, maybe 5 to 10 minutes a day, and just do some guided meditation and really work to calm yourself. Now, exercise stress. This is something that's within our control. Try not to do a ton of high rep exercises, and try not to do more than an hour total in the gym. This is going to help keep the stress level cortisol down, which is going to help reduce the amount of body fat that you carry. Now, stress is really important to try to minimize, because that's exactly where stress goes, is right to the midsection. You may notice also, going into the next lifestyle tip, sleep is very important. If you miss sleep, especially for more than 2 nights in a row, your cortisol levels are going to go up. Your ghrelin hormone is going to go up. So this is the hunger hormone, and blood sugar can be all over the place. So it's important that you get 7 or 8 hours of sleep each night. And I know that may seem like a lot. Some of you might not need that much, but make sure you're at least getting enough to where you're not on that hunger roller coaster the next day and craving sugary sweet stuff. A lot of times when we crave sugary sweet stuff, we're just not getting enough sleep. Make sure that your temperature in your room is around 68 to 70 degrees. So keep it a little cooler, keep it dark, and try to look at your electronics and switch them from blue light to red light as you're getting ready to go to sleep. So for about an hour before bed, you want to either eliminate electronics or switch it to that red light, and that's going to help you sleep so much better. The last lifestyle tip, and you've heard me talk about this before, time restricted eating. Try to schedule your meals around the times when you're most active, and try to wind it down or not eat at all when you're less active. So in the morning, your cortisol levels rise naturally. This is going to help get you out of bed. You're actually in a position to be able to eat more and burn more. As you get ready for bed, the body switches from digestion to rest and recovery. You're not as able to assimilate a larger meal later on at night. Now, if you work shift work or if your schedule is all over the place, you'll really need to work on this, because I do think it's important to eat the most around the times that you're most active. So typically with circadian rhythm, that falls in a 10 to 12 hour window between, let's say, 7 o'clock in the morning and 7 o'clock at night, give or take. The closer you're able to get to that time window, the better off you'll be, and you may end up fasting a little bit here and there. If you're new to time restricted eating, just ease into it. It's not one of those things where you have to adjust your schedule right away, make those changes, and try to just push yourself into it. You can ease into it, and you're gonna see great results when you get into that groove and you're eating according to the times that you're most active. Those are my 5 tips for reducing belly fat, just reducing fat overall. Give them a try. Ease into them. You can implement them immediately though. If you try them and you like them, please tag me on social media. I really enjoy seeing your progress. If you like this video and you want to see more, please subscribe and click that little bell. You'll be the first to know when a new video comes out. Thanks for watching. Until next time, train hard, y'all.